Morning everybody, welcome to today's Facebook Live with Paul's Kitchen in Swan. Today we're not shooting in our usual location, we're in London today. Have a look around, we're in our new kitchen just for today, and today's all about picnics. We're going to have an amazing picnic later. I'm going to do some scotch eggs, a great salad we could box up, and the absolute best sharing sandwich, which is crispy, slice it up and then dip with an amazing dip. On camera today is my lovely daughter Stella. If you have any questions, please put them on. Tell me where you're from. If I don't pick them up straight away, I will answer them later. So thank you for joining in. I hope you're going to have a great day. Hope your weather's okay. Maybe you can do a picnic. But first thing I'm going to do is show you my very famous scotch eggs. So, in my scotch eggs, my favourite one is pork and black pudding. So I've got some pork there, come and have a look close in. If you can't find sausage meat, what I've done is I've just got normal sausages and I've just split and took the skin off. Buy good quality ones, buy the best you can, you'll get a better result. And here is some black pudding. I've just very smallly diced. I'm going to just dice the rest of that to show you the size. I've got some fresh sage or dried sage, work either way. And I've got these readily available in every supermarket. These are just crispy fried onions. They're going to give a lovely savoury note. But first, I'm going to set a timer for 6 minutes, and we have to very softly boil the eggs. They need to have a really runny centre. So I've got some boiling water on the back, and I'm going to put these eggs in for 6 minutes. So I'll just set my timer to go now, and that's my eggs in for 6 minutes. When they're done, refresh them under cold water, and what you will get is eggs like this once you've peeled them. Now, you can see that, keep them in water as well. When you keep them in water, it stops them from breaking. But look, you see how soft that is? Yeah, very runny yolk. That's what we want. We want to keep that yolk runny, so when we come to cook the egg will stay soft. The key is that lovely soft centre. So I'll peel them earlier, and we'll look at that. But first, I'll show you how to do my mix. So I've got 400 grams of sausages there. I'm just going to cut my little bits of black pudding here, nice and small, into tiny little cubes, like so. Mix that with my sausage meat.
Emma says hi.
Hi Emma, thanks for joining in.
Oscar's on.
Hi Oscar. So look, there's my sausage meat. There is my black pudding. I'm going in with my onions. I'm going in with lots of lovely black pepper, which gives it a lovely little savoury kick. The base of all the scotch eggs is always pork, but if you took the black pudding out, you could put chorizo in. Or you could put tiny little lumps of cheese, which works amazing as well. So lots of black pepper in there, like so. A little bit of salt, and half a teaspoon, and all I'm going to do is shred all this lovely fresh garden sage. Like I say, if you didn't have garden sage, you could quite easily just use dry.
Joan said she's made the black pudding ones many times.
Oof. Did they come out good? That's a good question. If you have any pictures, please post them, it'll be amazing. So this sage smells absolutely wonderful, so savoury and gorgeous.
Andy says hi from Australia.
Oh, hi Andy, thanks for joining in. Is that Andy Huggett?
Yeah.
Oh, hi Andy. Look, sage goes in there. Andy, I'm in Hymes Park today. There we go. And then I'm just going to mix that together, like so.
And how many does this recipe make?
This recipe makes 4. So you'll get 4 very generous scotch eggs, which to be fair, they're so filling. You'd normally want half a scotch egg a person on a picnic, but if you want to have it as a full meal, you'd have 1 each. But this, this could easily do 400 people or 8 people on a picnic. So look at that there. I've got my mix all nicely mixed. What
smells good.
Do is split it into 4 even-sized balls. So, I'll get rid of this, I'll get my hands all washed. You keep looking straight in on that, Stella. go, give your hands a little clean. And now, how to wrap the eggs. So, with the eggs in the water, I just want you to dampen your hand very carefully, like so. See that? That makes it easier to flatten each ball into a lovely, like sort of patty, like so. Yeah, you see that? Got some flour here, which I'm going to use what we call Pané, but what I want to do with the flour, which is a nice little hack, is if you just put the egg in a little bit of flour, it stops the egg from rolling around as you're trying to encase it. So you put your egg in the middle like so, you just pinch it like that until it totally encases all of the egg. Very gently when you do this. Once you've got it encased like that, and there's no holes, you're gently going to squeeze until you get a nice shape of an egg. Not round, remember. An egg is ellipsed, it's slightly elongated. So you want to have as neat a possible meat, even surrounding all the way around. So there, look at that, see that? That looks like a great big egg, beautiful. There's the first one. A little bit of water on your hand again. And you will flatten that to a patty. Get your egg, carefully lift out into a little bit of flour, like so. And carefully encase your egg. Come right in, have a look, like so. Gently with your fingers, the sausage meat is soft. You've got no holes there now. Once you're in that position where it's nicely sealed, carefully mould it, tighten that meat around the egg so it's nice and tight, and the tighter you get it without breaking the egg, the more secure the egg will be. So there's two, a little bit more water, flatten it, there we go, another egg, tiny bit of flour, and then into your sausage meat. It's quite therapeutic this, take your time. You might, what they get called a splitter, where it opens up in the oven, no problem, it's perfectly edible. But if you get it and you take your time, you should get a nice even coating. So there we go, there's three, I'll do my last one.
The eggs are finished.
Lovely, thank you, Stella. Take them eggs off. I will just put them under cold water to refresh. That off. So, there's three, yeah, last one. A little bit of water in my hands. Like so. A little bit of flour. Put my egg in. Gently encase that. Like so. And then give that a nice gentle squeeze, mould it, make sure there's no holes anywhere.
Any tips to peel the egg?
Yeah, I'm going to show you a really good tip in a second. So there is a very easy 4 Scotch eggs done in your mix. Just going to sit these to the side and I'm going to show you how to peel an egg. So, a nice little tip when you're peeling an egg. First of all, take your time. You will get some eggs that may split, and that is no problem. Cool that down, use that for a lovely, like something like an egg mayonnaise sandwiches. No problem. But when you do it, come and have a look. You see that thin there, membrane, you've got to get behind that, because that's what stops the shell from coming out. Keep dipping it in the water, like so. Take your time. Keep dipping it in the water. Yep. Little bits off at a time, like so. But don't get carried away. They're very, very soft. You can see it wobbling, look. You don't want to break that. Like I say, if you do break it, no problem. You can make some lovely egg mayonnaise sandwiches with that. But once you get to this position here, put that back in the water. You've got a bit left on. Now, the danger is you try to peel that off, that could split the whole top of the egg off. So what I want you to do is just put a teaspoon just behind it and just tease it out like so, and it will come off like that. See that? Perfect. Here's a little tip for you. I'll do the rest of them eggs later. Your hands a little clean. And now I'm going to, what the French call Pané, which means to coat in flour, egg, then milk. So, I've got my flour there. I've got my egg and milk mix. And I've got my breadcrumbs. So, what I want to do, put a little bit of milk in here, not a lot. It's about 50 ml. That'll do. Crack a couple of eggs in there. Like so. Give it a whisk or a beat to make sure it's all incorporated. Nice and carefully. Prick the yolks first with your fork, then it won't mess everywhere. This is the same if you want to breadcrumb a piece of fish, if you want to breadcrumb a chicken supreme or a chicken thigh or a piece of pork chop. This Pané is the same technique. It's brilliant for putting a lovely crispy coating on your food. There you go, see that? So we've got our egg mix, we've got our flour mix, and we've got our breadcrumbs. With a slotted spoon is important. So we'll get rid of the fork. Then I'm going to get my first Scotch egg, like so. I'm going to gently roll it in flour. And I'm going to pat off as much flour as possible, like so. Yeah, keep reshaping it into the egg. Going to just put that through the egg. Now you see a lot of chefs, they start to put the egg and hands in this breadcrumb and they get huge loads of mess on the hand. Keep one hand dry, one hand wet into the breadcrumbs, and then with a dry hand you can put the breadcrumbs on like so. That's your first egg. Perfect. Try that again. Into the flour. One hand's dry, remember. Get as much of that flour off. Into the egg. If the plate was deeper, you could use the slotted spoon to get it out. I've got the spoon for when I get it out of the fryer because it's going to be hot to pick up. With the egg, dry hand onto the breadcrumbs. That's perfect. There's our second egg, gorgeous. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do that last one later. Make sure it's all encased nicely into the egg. And we're into the breadcrumb. Terrific. See that? Three eggs. I'm going to fry them. You keep an eye on them still while I wash my hand. Okay, so in my lovely new Swan fryer, I've set the temperature to 170. I'm going to carefully place my eggs and I'm going to set a timer for 2 minutes. There we go. Down, put my lid on. I've got a viewing hole so I can see what's going on. Get rid of all my mess. then I'm ready to show you the Scotch eggs. So I've preheated my oven to 200 degrees. You're going to get 2 minutes in the fryer and then 13 minutes, 12 to 14 minutes in the oven, depending on the oven. So a fan oven will be a little bit quicker. There, more clean, get rid of that. Have a little look, yeah, bubbling away nicely there. How long's left?
1 minute.
1 minute, beautiful. Nice little clean. So there's one dish ready. Next dish is going to be a wonderful salad and a dip. So the salad, I'm going to have a gorgeous watermelon, and I'm going to grill some jalapenos. I'm going to have some feta and mint and lemon. Absolutely wonderful. I've got a black bean dip, which is a Cuban dip, and I'm going to do that with the most famous Cuban sandwich called Cubano, and that is layers of pork, layers of ham, layers of cheese, pickle, mustard, buttered bread, and grilled on my great grill that I use all the time. We're going to slice that up into big, thick, crispy fingers, and we're going to dip it in that black bean sauce. Absolutely stunning. Let's have a little look.
9 seconds.
There we go. Nearly ready.
Finish.
Yeah. So if you look at that, you'll see a very light colour, not too dark, not too over fried. It will stay healthy because it's not fried fully. You're going to bake them. Now, what do you do if you don't have a fryer? All you do is get your egg, get a bowl of oil, dip it in the cold oil, drain all that oil off so it's fully off, bake it in the oven for an extra 2 minutes. So you do that 14 to 16 minutes, and that will give a similar effect. But carefully with my slaughter spoon, I'm going to lift that out, put it on my tray like so. I mean, they look brilliant there, but they're not cooked yet, obviously. I'm going to put them in the oven now. So this goes in the oven. We're going to set a timer for 13 minutes. That goes in lovely. Okay then. So, next thing I'm going to do is the amazing watermelon salad. So I'm setting my grill here. I'm going to start it off, preheat. And here is my gorgeous salad here. So I'm doing that because I'm going to grill some chilies, some jalapenos here. I'm going to take the stalk off. And I'm going to cut them in half. And I'm going to grill them on the grill. I want them to get bits of colour, I want them to get softened, I want them to have a lovely cooked texture. Now, people always ask me, how do you know if the chilies are hot? So, the heat in the chilies is in the membranes around the seeds. So, first of all, take a tiny bit of green off. Put it on your tongue, have a little bite. If it feels like that's not even hot, leave the seeds in. If it feels super hot, take the seeds out. If you're daring, try a little feed. Not too bad. White chilies. It's got that tingle on the tongue, but they'll be perfect there. Got a lovely little bit of olive oil, I'm going to drizzle on that. Got lemon, got my nice gorgeous watermelon. So while my chilies, my machine's heating up for the chilies, I'm going to peel my watermelon. So it's beautiful watermelon here. These are the small watermelons that are around at the moment. I'm just going to cut. So I've done one cut and I'm following the circle with my knife like that. Then with my knife, I follow that white line I've done for the next slice. And you keep going until you do your melon. Like so. And there's our peeled watermelon. Really easy. Get rid of my slices. Extremely juicy. It's nice and ripe. I'm going to cut it in half. Look at that, gorgeous colours. Then I'm going to just use about a quarter. I'm going to very finely slice it. Like so. Just going to arrange my watermelon on my plate to a gorgeous fan shape like so. And there's my beautiful looking watermelon. Put that down there.
Looks almost like steak.
It's beautiful, isn't it? And it's delicious with cheese, it's delicious with mint. The chilies are absolutely stunning. They're ready now. Gonna get the chilies on to grill. I'm just gonna put the tiniest little drizzle of olive oil in there. Not too much. And they're just gonna grill now. So I've got a nice colour, it's soft, a little bit caramelised. Wonderful. Right, a little bit of pepper. A little bit of salt on the lemon, on the melon. Like so. And then I've got some gorgeous feta cheese here. So this feta cheese is going to be crumbled up like so, all over the watermelon. How long's left on the timer?
9 minutes.
Lovely. See that? Nice little bit of proper feta cheese. My hands are clean. And then I've got some gorgeous lemon. Some gorgeous mint. And I'm going to just slice through a bit of mint. Put some gorgeous mint on there. Look at the colours, that is absolutely stunning. Like so. Have a look at my chilies, which are starting to blister and pop, which is good. A little bit of lemon juice on there to give that cheese a little bit of acidity.
Everyone thinks it's looking really good.
It's so tasty, it's so colourful, with good quality olive oil. Look at that. I'm going to put a little bit more pepper on here. I think there's a zest down in the drawer. Bit of zest on there as well. Beautiful, bit of lemon zest. And now my chilies. Nearly, let's give it one more minute. So this is perfect to have at home. It's brilliant for your picnic. If you're having your picnic in your garden or you're going somewhere, box that up. Do individual boxes or take a big platter. Well, there's a great salad. But my chilies are ready now. Lovely blistered, like so. So easy to clean that grill. Look at that, gorgeous. What I'm going to do is shred that up. So, depending on how hot you like your chilies, you can either put these in a small tub and you can add them individually to how you like it, or if you're like me and you like my crowd, you like a bit of heat, they're not that hot, some gorgeous grilled jalapenos on there. Now, look at that, a little bit more lemon. And put a tiny bit more oil on them chilies. Now there you go, you look at that. If you can find me a more colourful picnic summer salad than that, it's a damn good salad. So there is one of my dishes. And now we're going to do the dip.
Andy says, what cocktail would you recommend with this?
I'm all over a mojito with this. If
Yeah.
you like mojito, I love mojitos. Or margarita. Something from a tequila base would be amazing. Or if you just like a nice tall, refreshing vodka cranberry juice, ice, lemonade, something like that. You want a tall, refreshing drink. Or great white wine to go with this would be a nice Sauvignon Blanc. Or if you wanted a nice sort of cool IPA, get them glasses nice and cold. So, here's my dip. This is like a hummus, I called it. So in here, look at there, I've got some coriander seeds and I've got some cumin seeds. They've just been lightly crushed. Just going to add that to my blender. I've got half a chili, even though it's a full one, but it's small, going in there. I've got zest of a lime going in there. Lovely, zesty, fresh lime coming off that. Lovely. I'm going to add my juice of a whole lime in there. Absolutely stunning. Get all that juice out. So when you choose your limes, choose limes that are not fully green. For example, look at that lime. That lime's very green, it's not ready yet. That lime has gone a little bit yellower. That is softer than that. Use these ones first, and then you'll get more juice out of them. Don't worry about rolling them, put them in microwaves, all them sort of hacks. The best thing is get the lime that's right first. One big fat clove of garlic, like so. Just give it a little chop. Get that in there. A nice glug of olive oil. Bit of salt and pepper. How long's left on the timer?
There's 3.5 minutes.
3.5 minutes, perfect. Bit of pepper, bit of salt, and what I've got here are some black beans. Come and have a look at them. So these are black beans, cooked in a tin. I'm going to put them in there. Full tin of black beans. So I'm going to keep the liquid just in case it's a bit thick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour in a little bit of liquid to let it down if it's a little bit thick.
I think some people are saying the signal's dropped. Hopefully it can come back.
Pop that back. Give that a blend now. See, that adds the texture I like. So I'm not going to add any liquid, but I am going to add a really generous bunch of chopped coriander, like so. There we go. Coriander goes in there. Give that a stir around. And that looks pretty good. Let's have a look. Get our beans in there. Amazing colour. There we go. Give it a little drizzle of oil.
Everyone's saying that they have no picture.
A little bit of pepper. Oh dear, where's this? Where's the?
Maybe it's the signal.
And a little bit of coriander. Apparently, lost a bit of images. Hopefully, we can get that back for you.
There's sound but no picture.
Ooh.
They can watch this back.
They can. They'll be able to watch it back. So I'm hoping that it'll be back. I'll keep powering through. Get rid of that. So there's our gorgeous dip. There, have a look at that. Get right in, ready. Alright. So there's our second dish. How long's left on the sandwiches? On the scotch eggs?
20 seconds.
20 seconds, perfect. Are we back on?
I'm not sure.
Can't see the picture?
I think people are just saying there's no picture.
Oh. Hope this comes back on. Last dish is our gorgeous baguette, which is going to be turned into our lovely Cuban sandwiches.
The scotch eggs are done.
Scotch eggs are done, let's have a look. Did you give it 13 minutes?
Yeah.
Gonna give it one more minute. While I cut this bread. So, got some nice soft baguette. This is like a tiger baguette. Looks really lovely. Like so. Nice soft bread. Just gonna halve that. Like so. That looks nice. Lovely bread, nice and soft. And then I will get my butter. I'm going to butter the inside of the bread. Like so. Nice soft butter. Don't be shy on that.
Would you always recommend a baguette for this?
Yeah, you can use bread, but baguette is absolutely how it should be done. These were done in Miami for the Cuban workers when they came over to work, and these popped up in all the street foodie areas. Really great.
The timer's gone off for the scotch eggs.
And there's my scotch eggs. Perfect. Let them sit until they're cool enough to handle. Have a little look at them, come right in on them. See them? Absolutely stunning. Let me just sit that there until they're cool enough to handle. And I'm going to do my baguettes. So, in my baguettes, always is a Swiss style cheese. So I've got some gruyere and I've got some other sort of Swiss cheese. Always thin. I've got some gherkin and I've got some yellow mustard, which is the American style mild mustard. So I'm going to put some mustard on there, like so. It's mild, so you can give it plenty. And then I'm going to put some cheese, plenty of cheese, like so, some gruyere, and then I'm going to put in some ham. Like so. Fill these up. These need to be stacked. I've got some lovely cooked pork. Like so. Then I've got these gorgeous long pickles. I'm going to put some pickles in. That's my grill ready. Some more cheese. And then that is ready to go. Look at that. Fat and packed. Now, get some butter on the outside of this.
Picture's back.
Get some butter on the outside of this. Look, sorry if you missed us. We had a little technical issue. I don't know what it was, probably Facebook. But we're back. There's our French stick. There's our butter on the outside. That's going on the grill. And that is now going to be pressed. And as that bread is cooking, the butter's going into the bread. It's going to crisp up the outside. Believe it or not, we're going to give it a tiny bit more butter on the outside. And it's going to be really crispy. So I'm going to show you the layering up again. We've got some butter, we've got some yellow American mustard. We've got some Swiss style cheese. Always ham. Always cooked pork. And then we're going to go in with some pickle, like so. Go in with more cheese. And then we're going to go in, just pack that nice and tight, like so. And then we're going to butter the outside. And that's going to go on the grill in a second when the other one comes out. Look at that. Gorgeous. I'll put that to one side. We'll do that later. I'm not bored it'll clean, but now I'm going to show you these amazing Scotch eggs. So, the Scotch egg is cool enough to handle now. It's soft. It's absolutely delicious. I'm going to open it up carefully and look at that. Watch.
Oof.
Now, is that not something to behold? A little bit of salt. And then just give it a little dollop of mustard, which is gorgeous. Not too much, just a little bit, like that, this American mustard. Now that, in my opinion, is as good as it gets. Soft, super gorgeous. That goes over there with my rest of my platter there. Gorgeous. Check on my bread. That's grilling nicely. I'm going to do another egg. See if this one's as gorgeous as that one. Look at that. Gorgeous, soft runny yolk. Get that money shot, Stella. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. A little drizzle of mustard. I mean, these are not going to last 5 minutes when this camera comes off. Every single person in this house is going crazy. Look at that. Salt, pepper, a little bit of mustard. And there's our gorgeous Scotch eggs. Yeah, you get a good look at that while I clean my board, Stella.
Andy said it's making him homesick.
Oh, Andy. Did they do Scotch eggs in Aussie, Andy? That'll be interested to know. Maybe the expats do. Right, so, Scotch egg, gorgeous salad, beautiful dip, and now check this out. Can you see that from there, Stella? That lovely Cuban sandwich, a little bit of butter drizzling on there, yeah? Look at that. I'm going to give it 30 more seconds just to get that cheese really melting properly. Then that's going to be my sandwich. I'm going to slice that up into fingers, I'm going to go with a dip, and that's our gorgeous Cubano sandwich with black bean hummus. Got our lovely salad and our lovely Scotch egg. That is a perfect picnic for 4 people. Absolutely stunning. We've done that in half an hour, okay? Fast food, we do fast food at home. I'm going to put a few pickles on there because we like the pickles. Extra pickles for the sandwich. Like so. We are ready to serve up, I think. So, here's our salad. Here's our Scotch eggs. And there is our dip and sandwich. My sandwich is ready. Look at that. I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to do the famous TikTok sound. Nice and crispy. I'm going to cut it into fingers. Look at that. Look at them. Filled to the brim. Like so. And there is our amazing picnic. Whew, that was quite a lot. Cubano sandwich, black bean hummus, feta, grilled, jalapeno, watermelon salad, and the world famous black pudding Scotch eggs. Thank you for your time today. I hope you go and make some of these. I'll answer any questions that we may have missed through to the little technical problem. But have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Bye bye.